Andre, I guess we'll start with you. I know that you and your brother are close. Is this little time where there's been this uncertainty been tough on you?
Not really. I mean, I talk to Caleb all the time. I mean, just trying to keep him uplifted and keep him just up so he's not too much down on himself. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do now. And so, I mean, that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing and just until he can come back.
How is he doing?
I mean, he's good. I mean, I've been, not just me, but other guys on the teams just really just uplifting him and just helping him out through this time.
Kyle, how's your leg doing?
It's getting there, just keeping up with therapy daily. Just still trying to manage, just get it healthy day by day, and hopefully it'll keep healing up, yeah.
Kyle, Coach Holtman was talking on his radio show last night about how you could either practice or play right now. You're not able to do both.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of fitness and your ability in games, how has that limited you not being out there on a regular routine and working with your teammates?
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough, when you're not like keeping up on your normal conditioning every day, being out on the floor. Because I mean, you can get on a bike and ride a couple miles, or get in the pool in there, but it's just not the same as being on the floor. So it's kind of tough conditioning wise, but you still got to try to have the same mindset going in and competing at just when it's game time. So when that time comes, I'm just trying to leave it all on the floor.
Do you think it's limited you at all, just in terms of what you're able to do once you are out there?
I wouldn't say limited really. My leg just I don't think it's back 100% yet. So until I get it to that point, I just got to keep trying to get it better and get back to the point where I am 100%.
For both of you guys, what's the challenge going to be like of trying to establish more of a paint presence against Northwestern than you guys were able to against Purdue? I know they like to sort of pack it in. They've got some physical guys, and without having Kaleb, obviously you're going to need to make up for some things. What do you guys need to do to try to establish yourselves in the paint tomorrow night?
Just focus more on playing more inside out. We really didn't have many post touches against Purdue, and that's something that we mainly do. I mean, we got post scores. I mean, KY can score in there. Jadon, he showed some times in the Purdue game where he can do that. So just playing more inside out, that's what we're going to try to do.
What did you guys see from Jay in that game? I know he scored the first 4 points. He had some buckets in the second half. Coach Holtman talked about his defense. But for a kid that's making a second start in an environment like that, how did you see him handle the stage?
Yeah, it was nice seeing him out there, having a bunch of games like when he didn't play, kind of in the same situation I was last year. It's nice to just see him be able to get out there and compete. I think he did really well, and he's going to do even better with more experience. It's just how everyone is. So yeah, he did a good job.
Kyle, do you think you're going to get to the point where you can practice the way you want to practice this season, or do you think that you're sort of just going to get through this year and then get back to that point after the season?
I guess it's kind of day by day now with how it feels soreness-wise and stuff like that. I would like to get back to normal practicing and stuff this year, but I guess my leg will be able to tell that with how sore it is, so we're not really sure yet.
When Kaleb's out there against Iowa, you guys had a lot of open threes, and you guys got a lot of shots being able to do that. But when he's not out there, it seemed like Purdue really tried to get in your faces a lot from three-point range. How do you get those open shots when Kaleb's not out there, and is that something that you guys have talked a lot about since the Purdue game?
Yeah, like I said, just trying to play more inside out with Jay and KY and even me posting up, trying to create and stuff off that. So it's something that we're definitely going to focus more on against Northwestern. It's something that we've talked about.
Andre, how does Kaleb feel about his part in this? Obviously, it's not good for anyone. What's been his reaction to it? Is he remorseful, just putting the team in this spot, or does he feel like maybe it wasn't deserved? Just give me your take on how he's feeling.
I mean, like I said, me, the other guys, we've just been trying to uplift him. I mean, he's just trying to do what he can do right now, just being the best teammate that he can be right now. Whether that's just little things he can say to us during timeouts or cheering for us on the bench, that's kind of the biggest thing he's been focusing on right now.
Is it helpful that he still travels?
Oh, for sure. I mean, just keeping him around, I mean, it's a big thing for us. Just having him there and, like I said, just giving us little snippets during timeouts, and just when he's able to come back, just he's always been there with us. So
What's your sense of when he will return?
I don't know. It's coach's decision. He hasn't told us or anything.
Season's had a lot of twists and turns and ups and downs. I just wonder for you guys how you feel as a team. Where do you think you guys have grown? Where do you think it just seems like there's been a lot that's gone into this season. What has this year taught you guys maybe about yourselves and about your teammates?
Yeah, there has been a lot of ups and downs for sure. I think the thing is we know we have the talent to win and keep winning games. It's just we can't get relaxed. We got to come in and compete and be the tougher team every game. And we can't take days off practice, stuff like that. We just know if we want to be good, we got to be focused all the time and ready to compete all the time.
Andre, what has this season taught you about yourself and about your teammates?
I mean, KY pretty much hit it on the head, really. We have the talent. It's just putting it together on a nightly basis and just coming together and playing hard for that 40 minutes and just really locking in. That's probably the biggest thing that I've learned.
Kyle, do you feel like there's, even if you're not 100% healthy with the loss of Kaleb Wesson, do you feel like there's an added pressure on you to perform at, as if you were 100% healthy in the post?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think our job as a team is, when you're missing a big player like Kaleb, with how much he does for us, I think it's kind of everyone's job to kind of pick up the slack, So I wouldn't say in particular any more pressure. Just got to go out there, like I said, and leave it all on the floor.
And practice since the Purdue loss, do you feel like, that kind of relationship between the players that are kind of combining for that production, do you feel like that you guys have had a better system maybe at kind of building up that level of production and trying to, keep, because Chris did say that Kaleb Wesson's coming back this year, but do you feel like you guys are getting a better system at trying to replace what you're missing on the court?
I think we're definitely trying to seek more from certain guys, which what we need to fill scoring, rebounding, stuff like that. But yeah, we just got to keep getting better every day. With the time he's out, he's getting us better too every day. But until he comes back, we just kind of got to keep getting better too.
Chris said last week that with your injury and Kaleb out, it's conceivable that Harrison Hookfin will actually see some playing time at some point. We've never spoken to him. So can you tell us what he's like, what he's been contributing to practice?
Oh, he's a good kid. Coming in at the time he did, that's hard for anybody. So, for him to adjust, he's adjusted really well. I think he's competing in practice. He was doing some scout team stuff, giving us good looks. So, I like him as a person, as a player. So that'd be awesome for him.
Chris mentioned that he might have to learn one or two of your plays, though, before he went in. Is this the case?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
For sure.
One more thing just about the season as a whole. I just wonder, I've never asked you guys, do you guys ever get in a situation where you call a players only meeting or anything like that? I think maybe people wonder that after a loss like you had the other night. Have you guys had anything like that this season?
We've definitely had a players only meeting. We didn't have one after Purdue, but we definitely had players only meetings where it was just us and we just were open with each other. That's definitely happened.
What time of the season was that, and do you think it helped?
I think it was probably during our losing streak or maybe right after it. And I think it did help. I think it did.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys.
Yep.